Welcome to Framework Fortune. Good morning, traders. Boy, did the markets get rocked. Markets got rocked hard yesterday into last night. Still, see the SPY rebounding a little bit, but this is nothing surprising here. If you've been following me, we've been saying, and H&H Trader's been saying with me too, everything is bear trapping, or sure it's not bull trapping. Because I can see right now, bulls getting trapped, not so much bears. And looks like the air is coming out of this bubble finally. I would be pretty surprised to see an actual real rebound at this point. Now, we are trying to bounce off the bottom of the Dow Jones right here. But this looks like a bull trap. I don't think we're seeing bear traps. Of course, gold, silver, strengthening with all these drops in the market. Cryptos got hit hard too. Ethereum and Bitcoin cracking their support areas. It's just a nice red day. Oh, you meant bull. Okay, gotcha. Okay. I was going to say, man, I hope you're not looking at these as bear traps and getting in, man. Just freak me out for a minute, don't. So what I'm looking at trading today, more than likely, is one of these inverse ETFs. Let's see which one can make the biggest money, because I don't think the market's going to rebound. Now, I don't have anything popping up on my scanner right here. Either one of my, let's see, let me check a couple different scanners. There we go. That one's working. My day trade above the 200's not, though. What is that about? Unless there's just nothing for it to scan. Let's see. Let's see, this is one that I don't like SoFi. Yeah, SPY fixing to run in at 446 resistance. Hold on just a second. Let me do something here. If I'm going to be trading these boys, then I want to have the inverses up against the SPY on small time frames. What is that? I don't want that. I want a chart. Why'd you give me a level 2? Where's my other things? Let's see here. Where are they at? Why is it not showing me? That's not linked. Where's my buttons? My buttons on the side go. Let's see if this one will pull up as a... No, it's just pulling up these damn level 2s. Well, these AT ladders first. What's going on here, Thinkorswim? Oops. I'll do it this way then. Oh yeah, I already have it set up. There we go. That's 15-minute. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then we'll put that SPX on there. And now we can see if we are going to trade these. See, I think we may get rejected. If the SPY starts getting rejected at this flat top area, I may take an entry on SPXS or one of these inverse ETFs. Alright, let's see what's going on. BSFS, nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing on any of these plays on the all price scanner. Let me see if that 200-day move. No, that was not working either. So it must be just there's not much going on because neither of my scanners are showing much. Let's see. Let's look at the top 10 NASDAQ gainer list. ITCI, that looks okay. Yeah, SPY is pulling back. Oops. Yeah, that SPY looking pretty sketchy. It is trying to hold up on the daily. I'm going to put these into some smaller time frames. There's the 1 hour there. Yeah, that 1 hour chart on the SPY is looking nasty. Getting very close to taking this entry. What's up, Lori? Made a few bucks on BFCFs or BSFC. Nice, David Davis. Yeah, I'm not one to take a trade on anything other than inverse ETF at the moment. I'm just waiting. To see if the SPY is going to crack or not. What's up, Joe Mag? Good morning. Yeah, I'm not chasing anything. I'm watching the SPY and SPXS and inverse ETF. If the SPY wants to come down more, then I'm going to be getting in SPXS. Ride it down or ride it up as the SPY drops. If the SPY drops more, it could rebound. So I'm just keeping a close eye because there's not anything popping up on my one scanner. So 446 is the top. It's already through wicks below that bottom right there at 442. I'm going. Whoops. Let me go back to my regular setup because I'm getting an SPXS here. Well, let me I don't want to go yet. I still want to make sure that the SPY ain't gonna just turn around. Glad to see I'm back on the candles. Well, I still use, the candles are great, but I'm still kind of using the line chart for longer time frames. I like it on the longer time frames. On shorter time frames, it's a little harder to read. Okay, SPY trying to push right here on this candle. Yeah, look at the market watch though. Look at what is green. The only things that are really green are Apple, Google, Microsoft, a few other small companies, but those big boys being green, those are some of the most weights in the SPY. I think okay, SPY pushing back up, so we don't enter yet. We want to see the SPY get rejected off of that 445 again. If it breaks over this downtrend, it may rebound up to that 452 or whatever that line is I have drawn. Yeah, it could rebound up to this 452, then get rejected. And that would be a really nice entry on the SPXS. So I'm going to wait and see if it can break. See if it breaks above this line. It's 446 basically. And I may look for an entry on the VIX there, or the SPXS. Let's give the SPY a minute here to figure out what it wants to do. See DWAC having a little bounce. Oh yeah, I need to sell this one share of Prague that I was experimenting with yesterday and get that out of here. BTCS at $5. Woo, boy, is he swinging through the weekend? That sounds very scary to me. DWAC though does have this nice possible U shape going on. If it can come up and break 82, it could continue to run. But gotta break up over 82. And right now the SPY is kind of rebounding. So if the SPY, was to turn around, it could pull DWAC down. MBOT coming up a little bit. They have PR. They got this big downtrend though. It's at what, 7 now? So if it breaks, 7 is the 200-day. If it breaks here, it possibly could run up to like 871, but so MBOT possible play. This nice little wedge. SPY still rebounding. Yes, SPY is trying to rebound. Let's go back to MBOT. It may try to break 7 here. 200-day is at 7, but making a nice wedge pattern up to it. Very tempting. Going on MBOT. It's starting to test that $7. What do you know? What are you knowing about David Davis? See if the SPY continues to push up or not. It's got room up to that 452. Mbot trying to break out here. Oh no, I sold my one proc. Oh no. That's pretty funny. Out of here. No, that's not what I wanted. Go back to my charts. I'm gonna hit that button. There we go. So this is looking like a possible bull trap. As the SPY is trying to push up, and it looks like SPX is about to drop. We'll see. The SPY is starting to struggle just with these peaks of these highs right here. This pre-market area of highs. It's hitting right now and testing. Ooh, Mbot just turned around hard. Let's see. Oh no, it didn't. It just got a little rejection. Oh, we got 11-cent spread right now on this thing. That's one at the bottom. Let's see. You say Annie's trying to bounce. You know, on any play right now, be careful because, like I said, this is looking at the SPY and those inverse ETFs. Annie's way down here below these moving averages. You guys know I don't like those. It's got a straight downtrend as well. It's got to break over before it can do anything. See, SPY is getting rejected off of that area right now. So I'm saying this could be a bull trap. This could be one big bull trap for the whole entire market here. Shorters may be loading up at the second because we did crack at 450, which was the strong area. We just have that very last bottom of support to test. Even on Mbot, I'm very, very cautious on it right now. See, it's starting to get rejected here. That SPY starts to get rejected. SPY starts cracking below 445. And that will be all she wrote. Let's see, this 15-minute candle's fixing to close. SoFi trying to curl back up. But again, that's another one. I don't like it. Yeah, anybody getting a little higher wick there. Still selling pressure pushing this down. So that is what I was talking about. SPY still fighting the downtrend. SPY still holding fine. Alright, let's see if you can break out here. Look at the 1 hour chart on this. Yeah, if it can break 7, that would be some pretty bullish momentum for it. But right now, investors are going to be real skittish. And see SPY starting to get a little bit of selling there. Come on. Came in, draw the line right. There you go. It's close enough. Taking 15 shares on confirm and send on the SPXS. I think the SPY might crack here. As you look at the hour chart on SPXS, this looks a lot more bullish than what the SPY looks like on the hour chart. SPY's got this, not only that resistance is getting rejected at, but this downtrend as well over the last 2 days. Just a lot of bearish confirmation on the SPY right now. More than there is bullish. So I'll probably hold those all day as long as the SPY doesn't jump back over 450. I'm planning on holding those shares of SPXS inverse ETF to see if we do dump some more. Let's see. Keep powder ready. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly what I'm doing, David Davis. Exactly what I'm doing. Looking. I'm kind of hedging my bets here. If the market goes, Well, I don't know. The thing with the MBOT, it's starting to crack now. Let's see if it can hold up that EMA that's trying to hold above. Looks like MBOT may dump here. SPY's trying to push up. Look how it's getting flattened right there. If it can't break its downtrend here, the SPY is definitely coming down. It's got to break this downtrend, and it is struggling to do it. So if it breaks that downtrend, SPX cracks the uptrend. So this XPS play, I don't know. Like I said, I may hold for a while today on that play. Oops. So SPY trying to break the downtrend now. $4.47 is the pre-market high, it looks like. So if it can break pre-market high, SPY could keep rebounding. Be very important right now where we're at. Vivos is still slowly climbing. I just don't like the way it looks on the daily chart. SPY trying to break that 447 now. MBOT is trying its little heart to hold. You can see we are facing some resistance at that 447 here. So it's just going to be a slow day, regardless, because of at least this morning, as people are just on the sidelines. SPY still try to test 447. I'd say that's what people are waiting on. They're waiting on to see if the SPY is going to start going bullish, start rebounding. So SPY another rejection on 447. It keeps trying to break here. You can just feel it in all the plays. You can see like all these other plays, these stocks that are showing up. They're just like so indecisive right now. People are very, very, very indecisive. Like, it's not like MBOT is selling off. This little red candle here has only been 97,000 in volume, so there's very little selling. It's just this thing is super low float. But if buying volume could come in, could break, but just everybody being sheepish. Everybody's sheepish right now. SPY still trying to test. Ooh, SPY just got a hard rejection off of 447 again, pushing back down to 446.40. What's up, Lightning Rick? How's it going, buddy? Look at it. Look at it starting to doji out here. What time is it? We got 3 minutes for this 15-minute candle to close on the SPY. Possible little doji under the downtrend. That would signal a trend reversal, which means we would be coming down. Oops. Hate it when I do that. There we go. Oh. SPY starting to get rejected there. SPXS bouncing off 1950. Got 30 seconds left on these candles to see which way the market is going to go. MBOT still slowly cracking down, but I can't tell whether or not MBOT is trying to move up with the market moving up, or if it's trying to move with the market going down. It's really not specific. It's kind of not really paying that much attention to the markets. It's just in this triangle. That ain't the real D's nuts. Guys, I'll be right back. How dare we have an imposter? Give me just a sec. This is the real D's nuts. What's up now? You gotta have the shirt, the Christmas shirt. Yeah, let's go. All right, there we go. Lauren said, "How did I have that shirt ready so fast?" Oh, there you go, Cecilia. Nice job, buddy. Yeah, I'm always ready. Now I'm gonna wear the shirt all day. I'm always ready for whatever. uh, good stuff. But nice job, Cecilia, making $100. I don't know what you made it on, but good job, buddy. So what's that SPY doing? Still trying to test that 447 area. Mbot here pushing back to the top of this triangle. So we'll see. It just needs that buying volume. So there's 9 minutes on this candle. SPY's trying its hardest to break. Looks like it's going to give another test. Pushing through. It is pushing through. I want to check the indexes real quick. See if anything. Gold's pulling back a little bit. Real estate's bounding some. Silver having a little pullback. Oil's rebounding. Bitcoin and Ether with a little bit of a rebound. Like the best entry on these inverse ETFs would have been somewhere up here at the top. I don't know why I didn't think of that when it's rejected off of this top line so many times. So it is pushing. For now, but like I said, there's still 10 minutes or at least 7 minutes on this candle, so all right, Mbot, you are getting very close. See, there's the 1 hour chart. Actually, on the 1 hour chart, Mbot looks pretty nice. We're going to push up to 448 already. So I may have to get out of SPXS, the inverse ETF, if it keeps pushing here. So we're starting to lose that uptrend on the SPXS, and the SPY is slowly starting to make its own uptrend in the short term. very close eye. So MBOT flattening out. This whole area has been resistance 685. You can see that 15-minute candle just flattening so far right at the body of this previous candle there. It just got rejected. So it needs to push up to 690. Start testing that downtrend. If it doesn't, come back down. Hey, look here, Peloton moving a couple dollars. What happened to Peloton, Daniel B? This was like your baby, and it's went from $159 to $27. You're not still holding Peloton, are you, Daniel B? Because if you are, yeah. Yeah, I probably won't be ranting. But, yeah, One Life, have a great weekend, buddy. We'll holler at you later, my friend. I'm not too worried about the SPY here. It did pop over that downtrend, but it is struggling so much at the moment. Now, when I'm looking at these charts right here, I'm looking at the SPY and the SPXS. How many people in here in the chat knows what I'm doing right now? Why I have the SPY up on one side and the SPXS on the other? If there's people in here that are unclear on what I'm doing, I will explain this. Just let me know. You know, if one person in this chat right now doesn't understand it, I will explain it. So speak up if you want to know about it. I've explained it. I've explained it before. I do have videos in the lessons about it. See, I forgot. I'm gonna check the U.S. dollar. I'm gonna look at the U.S. dollar real quick. Because it tried to strengthen yesterday, but it was basically people pulling their money out of the markets. And you can see the US dollar is just barely holding on, very close to going super bearish here. Yeah, Reese Montana, they are the inverse of each other. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Like I'll take these lines off so you can see it pretty clear. But they follow the each other opposite. Like you can see the SPY made that pattern. This pattern on the SPXS is just the flip side of this. It's just the inverse. So in these times where if you think the stock market is going to drop quite a bit, you can pull the SPY up on one chart, have the SPXS up on the other. Now there is multiple inverse ETFs like UVXY, the VIXY, although VIX and VIXY are volatility inverse ETNs, kind of a mixture. But SPXS is going to be, you can see one of the closest to the SPY. How they move very, very similar, but in the opposite direction. So that's all I'm doing. The SPY can't move up, then SPXS will move up, just like we saw yesterday. You can see on the hour chart when the SPY had that big dump, SPXS ran a couple of dollars. So it's a very simple way to use inverse ETFs in a bearish market to trade. You know, you can swing them, you can day trade them. I'm just looking. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. It depends. If the market starts dropping and we see it drop below 440 on the SPY, then this SPXS could really get going. So. But, we are at a support area where the SPY is trying to hold above. Basically all the markets. So that's why I'm having to watch so close, is because if the support cracks here on the SPY, then we could see SPX, like I said, go up. But that's pretty much it. I mean, that's basically all you got to do. You watch the SPY. If it's going up, then SPX will go down. Pretty simple. $2 p.m. was the problem yesterday. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm probably going to hold these SPXS shares throughout the day unless the SPY just starts really shooting, but I don't think it's going to. MBOT, another little pullback. It's at 670, but still trying to hold up. I'm going to change the stop loss. Well, actually, hold on a second. Let me look at, before I do that, look at this 1 hour chart, because it looks like there's some support. There's some support right where my stop loss is at 650. So I got a trailing stop too, so I may just, right now where the trailing stop is at, I'm risking about 50 cents per share. Should be $25. I don't know if I want to risk that much. I don't know. We'll give it a chance. We'll give it a second. A few minutes here. As we keep an eye on the SPY. Oh, SPY starting to pull back. Getting rejected. Again. Yeah, it's not going to be a very exciting market when it's like this. Yeah, top 10 NASDAQ gainer list, there's barely anything. Let me look at the top 10 NYSE DNA. See, Bond did get halted earlier. We'll put Bond on the watch list. Uh-oh, looks like well, Inbot looked like it was about to crack. I looked over and it's down at 668. Let's see if it can hold this bottom. It's really starting to look bearish. At 200 days at 660 though on the 1 hour. Well, it hasn't. I mean, it just now is testing that 669. It hasn't completely broke yet. I mean, it's only 2 cents below that 669 or 670, whatever support. So it can still hold. It's still holding the bottom of this body of this candle so far. But we're in consolidation at the moment, so. I mean, it very well could crack down. Because we just are not getting very much buying. Like we had that first big buying spike. We've had a little bit of buying through here, but since then, volume has just really died off. Now it's starting to crack. Like I said, on this 1 hour chart, the 200-day moving average is at 660. So even if it does crack this line, it's still got support again at 660. Bond in a similar triangle pattern there. Very low float. If that can break up over 450, that could run up to 5, and if it can break 5, it could really start going. But these market conditions are tough. There we go. SPY getting rejected there, pulling back. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's see if it keeps pulling back or not here. What's everybody's plans for the weekend? And also, did you guys who all panicked yesterday when they saw the market start crashing, who's got 401ks. All right. Yeah, exactly. Never panic. Well, at this point, I'm just waiting out plays and waiting out. I mean, pretty much just waiting out the SPY. So, I don't really have any other trades to take or make, or nor do I want to at this point. Because I'm not seeing anything moving. Besides, what I'm already in, SPXS, the inverse of the SPY. And then MBOT, it's just consolidating. So if it doesn't crack here, it could continue to consolidate for another 2-3 hours, be lunchtime possibly, before it decides to move because of how low volume is on it. SPY just cracked under 445. Click back over here, you can see that SPY dropping down. SPXS coming up. But yeah, if any new traders, any traders who have any questions, maybe you want there's some topic that you're not quite understanding yet or something like that. If you have those questions, go ahead and get those in, and I'll do what I can to answer them. Good, Reese. I'm glad that cleared that up for you. I mean, what difference does it make if I look at the SPY or the QQQ? So they're weighted a little bit different, but really not that much. Dividend companies versus growth in the current market. I mean, if the stock market really starts pulling back, it ain't gonna really matter. Um, and then dividend companies. Right now, inflation's high. I don't know exactly what the CPI number is right this second. I haven't checked today. But even the CPI number that the Federal Reserve uses is not accurate. They changed it, and the way it is now is it always shows lower than what the inflation actually is. But I went to the grocery store yesterday, and prices are still creeping up from last week. Every week the prices are creeping up. So I don't even care what the CPI says in the first place, because I can see it clear as day in the prices of things that inflation continues to go up. So if you get into a dividend stock and the annual dividend yield is 2% or 5%, you're not beating inflation. And the price has got to go up, and we're on the precipice of possibly a bear market in the stock market and an economic collapse. So, I mean, a lot of dividend stocks, even the growth stocks, a lot of stocks are overvalued. The undervalued stocks right now are like cannabis stocks and precious metal stocks. Cannabis stocks are just getting cheaper and cheaper. They keep going any lower. Man. But yeah, with a dividend company with high inflation, you're not really going to be able to beat inflation and a possible bear market. You're not going to make any money. You're going to lose money. And then growth. I don't know. This is what I am in. I'll tell you what I am in the stock market. Other than these two trades that I'm in right now, nothing. I am in gold, physical gold and silver. I am in certain cryptocurrencies, but I am not in any stocks. Because if the market crashes, let's say I just got stopped out there on Mbot, that trailing stopped doing its job, so a little $21 loss there, not a big deal. But if the market crashes, every stock is probably going to get hit. I mean, maybe gold and silver stocks will hold up if gold and silver continues to push. Historically, silver has dropped with the stock market when it drops, but I don't think we'll see that this time because of silver's already moving against the market. Silver's been moving up as the stock market's been moving down. Frog is undervalued. I don't know. I can't say. I've never looked at. I don't know anything about Prague, and I've not looked at the company or any of their balance sheets or anything like that. Now, here's the other thing, and this is what makes this so tricky: is there's multiple variables to what is going to happen if the market does crash, because we are seeing cryptos come down with the SPY. Well, I don't want to say cryptos, because Atom has held up pretty well, which is one of my favorite crypto picks, not pricks, but picks. You see Atom still up in this consolidation, holding up in these previous highs. It did not really get affected at all by the drop. Versus, Shiba and Ethereum, a bunch of other coins were smashed. But Atom held up very strong, still holding up pretty strong. But with Atom, you get 10%. Well, actually, right now, I think it's 13% interest for staking Atom. So with 13% interest, if inflation's around 10%, I'm still at least beating that inflation. But back to what I was saying about how what I was saying about how it all it's tricky right now because the feds are going to raise interest rates. So with the feds raising the interest rates, theoretically, we should see inflation come down. Raising interest rates should be deflationary. However, this late in the inflation process, where we've already been going through inflation and it continues to get higher and higher, uh, interest rates being raised may or may not be deflationary. We may hit stagflation, which is it's the worst probably. I don't know if it's not good. You never want stagflation. I would say hyperinflation is worse than stagflation. So, maybe the interest rates keep us going into inflation or higher inflation, but we hit stagflation. Which stagflation is just basically everything is just dropping. Let me actually Google exactly what stagflation is so I can explain it, because I can't. Stagflation is such a rare thing. It's not. I've not studied stagflation a whole lot because you rarely see it. So it's according to, what is this, Wikipedia? I'm not listening to Wikipedia. According to Investopedia, it refers to an economy that has experienced simultaneous increase in inflation and stagnation of economic output. So the inflation would increase, but which we're already probably in stagflation actually, because we do have stagnation of economic output already. The manufacturing indexes have been down and all of that. But see, you can see stagflation was first recognized during the 1970s. So it's not something that has been recognized throughout economics through history. It's a relatively new term. And what makes sense to me is the way that you get stagflation. And because it shows is relevant to 1970, well, what happened around that time? There was multiple economic things that happened. The U.S. dollar was completely taken off of the gold standard, and they had high inflation, and then they hit stagflation. So actually, I'd say we're in stagflation. But them raising the interest rates when we have low economic output, that means that businesses and companies, when they take out loans or any lines of credit to try to build their businesses, it's going to be more interest that they have to pay back. So it's going to kind of hinder business growth, because nobody's going to want to take out a loan on super inflated money and pay high interest rates on it. It's not a good idea to do that. So businesses that are already struggling are probably only going to struggle more. They will not be able to find financial help. And the government can't bail out any more businesses like they've been bailing out businesses the last 20 years. Excuse me. This is my economics class for college at this point. Well, this stuff is all important, but the only reason why stagflation came about in the first place is because of government regulation. When you're looking at currencies and economies, it should be inflation or deflation or neutral. Really, you should not have a currency that really has inflation or deflation, in my opinion, which is why I don't like some cryptos that have very, very strong inflationary protocols and deflationary protocols. But, you know, getting into cryptos and how the tokenomics work is a whole nother story from regular economics. So, I mean, let's see. Let's go find out what the actual CPI is. It may be on the chart. I may have a chart for it. Let's see. Consumer Price Index. I just saw it. There we go. United States Consumer Price Index. Interval is not applicable. Okay. Something about the time frame. Oh God. So there's your there's your inflation. We're spiking. We've been spiking since 65. And this is another reason why I've been bearish on the stock market for 2 years. Because anywhere at this point back here, you know, the inflation has just not chilled out. And it's just going harder and harder. Let me pull on a candlestick chart and see what it looks like. Oh, I can't put a candlestick on there. But you can see that consumer price index is up there, boy. This is the highest it's ever been. Let's see what the actual CPI number is right now. There we go. What is the CPI now? We've had an increased 7% of inflation over the last 12 months. Yeah, see, right now they're showing December was 7%. So I don't know. I think it's higher. It's got to be higher than 7%. Like I said, the way they do it. The way they measure it out, you know, it's like they're trying to make it sound like it's not a lot of inflation, but then you could just look at the fucking chart. Sorry. But look at, like I said, look at the chart. The consumer price index is skyrocketing. So yeah, I mean, we're in an economic place right now that's not good. So let's see, SPY still trying to rebound a little bit. It may or may not. I'm just going to hold on to the shares of the SPXS and see if the SPY continues to drop. Because, I mean, you look at the CPI. I'm actually going to add that into my indexes. I don't know why it's not in there in the first place. Whoops. United States. What am I looking at? Oh, yeah. Consumer Price Index. Bam. Okay. What's up, Brian M? Been a while, buddy. How you doing? Yeah, David Davis. That was my natural reaction. Like I did not mean to say that. It just like came out like you just look. All you gotta do is just look at the charts. Like it's not like mystery or rocket science or anything. Ugh, that real estate index. Come on down, real estate index. Let me see some cheaper housing prices. Gold and silver getting a little rejection at the moment. All right, anyway. That's good, man. Glad to hear that. Glad you've been good. See, I still don't have anything showing up on my day trading, my 200, above the 200-day scanner. That shows you right there. Let's see, our gold stocks going up. Let's take a look. Let me go back over the charts. Let's find out where the money is going, or at least where the money seems to be going. I have an idea because I've already looked, but I'm going to show you guys how I went through and, well, get off of Market Watch for a second. What am I doing? Go back to charts. Here we go. Bam. Or no, flexible grid. There we go. Yeah, okay. So can't really, doesn't look like gold stocks are doing too much. But if you go into Market Watch and you click indices, I think this is the right one. Yeah. You can go to any one of these. We'll just use the Dow Jones. But you can see that's communication services, diversified, Verizon, those are all red. Consumer discretionary is green a little bit today. You got some restaurants and stuff, a little green. Consumer staples are a little green, but I don't think that's where money is moving into. Energy a little mixed. Financials. This is where I think money is going to go. Now it's showing, let me get off the Dow Jones because it's not showing many companies. Let me go into the Russell 2000. There we go. Now we can get a better pick. So mostly red in communication. Discretionary really mixed. Staples leaning towards green. Like I say, energy red. Here we go. Now look at all the green in the financial markets or financials. And this is going to be in banks. Banks are green. Why are banks green right now? Because the Fed's announced they're going to raise interest rates. So with raised interest rates, the banks are all going to make more money. So this may be where a lot of the money goes to. So there's diversified. Let's see, regional banks all doing pretty well. Capital markets, consumer finance, you see all this other stuff. A little bit of green in the insurance, real estate, red. REITs are red. So basically banks is where the money is coming into from what I've noticed. Mixed on healthcare. Industrials are a little green, but that is not going to stay. See, information tech, some mix there. Materials mix there. And then utilities. Electric is up. Multi-utilities, water, those are all up. So that's another thing. Utilities and banking, if this is more of a rotation, is what I'm thinking we're going to see. Water and electric goes up. People have to pay those if they want to live. Right? Inflation goes up. the electric companies, the water companies can easily go, hey, inflation's high, we got to raise the prices. That's how it always goes. Something's wrong, we got to raise prices. Same thing with the banks. The bank's going to get that, those loans. Like, oh, we're going to have to raise interest rates. So they're going to be using, whether they mean to or not, I would say they mean to, but they're going to be using inflation and all that as an excuse. And then, of course, too, as we get into a financially tougher economy, some people will need loans just to survive, to get through or to consolidate debt. So I'm thinking that if it is a rotation in the market, that may be where it goes. Possibly marijuana stocks as well, because marijuana stocks have been so stupid cheap. And then, of course, if precious metals, gold and silver, they keep going up, precious metal stocks will go up. They're all undervalued anyway. Oh, yeah, here we go. I was trying to look for my marijuana stock list so we can see what that ETF is looking like. Yeah, there's YOLO. Yeah, so the YOLO, one of the marijuana ETFs, there's only two of them that I know of so far, is all the way down at a low of year 1063, been hitting new lows. Hasn't quite found a bottom yet, but I would imagine we're getting close. I mean, this has been a pretty massive sell-off amongst all the cannabis stocks, and these companies are making money, man. I don't know what people think, but I'm telling you, cannabis stocks making lots of money right now. That's another thing too to think about. So if we go never short bacon, so if we go into a recession, bad economic times, what was I going to say? You distracted me with never short bacon. Yeah, you guys know bacon inflation is real. We joked about bacon inflation for a while, but I was dead serious when I was saying just look at the prices of bacon. That's usually the first thing you can look at in the grocery store to tell if inflation is going up. Bacon is always quick to go up. Oh, I remember the point I was making before the bacon inflation. With the marijuana stocks, same thing could happen with alcohol stocks as well. We saw it happen during the COVID lockdowns, during the crash, the little pullback we had in 2020 during March through a few months of that year. Alcohol stocks and weed stocks did start to go up. Why? Because in uncertain economic times, people go and drink and get high. In happy times, they're drinking and get high. But when it's times where things are real bad, financially and all that, they're gonna be drinking and getting high probably a little bit more. You know what I mean? So those can be investments during bad market times too. But we'll see. I'm just speculating as of now where I think the money's going. It seems to be going that way, but I have no idea. These nuts. Can you you got any information on that? That China bought all the pork producers? Can you provide? Can you provide some actual info on that? Because I would like to see that if that's the case. Let's go back to these charts, see what's happening here. Oh yeah, SPY still coming down. Just barely. We kind of got a sideways market here at the moment. Both the SPY and the SPXS are just going sideways. That's that indecision. Let's see here. Who's behind China, the Chinese takeover of world's biggest pork? Listen, we're going to have a problem. We're going to have World War III. They come over here trying to steal my bacon and my pork chops. Now, you, you mess with my sawmill gravy with sausage in it, we're going to have some real issues. Y'all ain't seen me mad yet until we start talking about China taking my bacon and pork chops and and my sausage sawmill gravy. I'm very upset by what I'm seeing right now. This is worse than inflation. This is worse than the economic collapse in America. This is the worst news I've ever seen in my life. So let's see. Smithfield was acquired by Chinese firm in 2013. Interesting. And they paid more than what the company's value was. They bought, okay, that's the Smithfield food thing. What the hell? Questions are being raised about why China wants our pigs. I don't care why they want them. They ain't getting them. That's all there is to it. You ain't coming in here taking my barbecue pork sandwiches. Exactly like Rick. Nah, it may be 8-year-old news. This is still very relevant to right now. Because China has been buying multiple things in America. They've been buying a lot of companies. Like that is not. You're right. It's nothing new, but that is part of why we are becoming a country of non-producers. We are strictly a consumer economy, and China owns everything else. Bill Gates also has bought up a lot of farmland in the Midwest and across America. Bill Gates bought a whole lot. I listen. You want to know what's going on? You can go read it yourself. Some of you guys think I'm crazy on this, but this is what's happening. Xi Jinping in China has been one of the main focuses of the Great Reset for them to take over. To do this great reset of economics and everything. And China also has the digital yuan already ready to go and has been selling economic, basically like software and things like that to other countries to be able to adopt the digital yuan. And when you go to their partners, like this Xi Jinping was live on, let's see, they're live again today. Let's see who's there today. So we have the Minister of France on this live stream, and he's also Ministry of Finance of Saudi Arabia, President of the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, Director of Welcome Trust, and then CEO of Reinsurance Company. Not sure what that is. But look right here. Check out. Look, who did I just mention? Davos agenda highlights. Bill Gates. They're pumping Bill Gates right there. To have any hope of blah, 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 blah. Bill Gates. Look at that. What does this sound like? What does this sound like right here? Guys, if you've been in America, trust the science. Trust the science. From this chickie, looks like she's from the European Court of Justice. It's happening all across the world. We're just stupid in America and we don't pay attention to nothing. I mean, you're talking about major political leaders, major corporation leaders all around the world. So if you started putting the pieces together, this is where all the pieces fit into the puzzle. And again, all you got to do is go to their partners, see who's on board with the Great Reset. We can go through these lists. AARP, Abbott Laboratories, let's see, Amcor, American Heart Association, American Tower, Anglo-American, I think that's a minor, Anheuser-Busch, InBev, Adobe, Apex Brazil, African Development Bank Group, African Rainbow Minerals, Apple. Let's see, what other big names start popping out? We just keep going down this nonsense. Alibaba, Avast Software, Allied Bank, Amazon. Let's go to the B's. Bain Capital, Baker Hughes, bunch of different banks all across the world. Bank of China, Bank of America, Bank of Qingdao, Barclays, BBVA, BlackRock, Blackstone Group, Bloomberg, BMO Financial, Briar Capital, Bridgewater. I keep going here. Should we go through the C's? C3.ai. That, I think, what is that? I can't remember what that is. That sounds familiar. I need to check that. Citibank. Oh, let's see here. More China banks, China Energy Investment, China. Circle, Coca-Cola, CVS Health, so your local pharmacies. Here's the D's, Dabur India, Dairy Management. Who else we got here? Dell's a part of it. The Deutsche Bank, Development Bank of Japan, Development Bank of Southern Africa, Dow Jones and Company, Dubai Electricity and Water Authority, Ecolabs, Equifax, which is one of our credit reporting bureaus. Like it's already happening. You know, we don't pay attention to it. Fidelity. I showed you guys yesterday. Google's in here. Goldman Sachs, GE. I mean, you can just keep going. I think Facebook is in the F's. Did I miss Facebook? Oh, no, Facebook is not in there. But they changed their name. Maybe they're under Metaverse. I bet they're under Metaverse. Let's check and see. Meta. Right there. Mitsubishi Chemicals, Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. So all the Mitsubishi things. Moderna, surprise, surprise. Oh, Moderna's in here. I wonder if Pfizer's in here. Look at there. It happens to be Pfizer. What a coincidence. Pfizer and Moderna are part of this? What? Palantir Technologies. PayPal. Oh boy. And you can just keep going. Like I said, you want to find this stuff out for yourself. All you got to do is go research it. They're not hiding it. They're not hiding it whatsoever. You know. It is what it is. You want to get involved, you can get involved. But look how you got to be a partner. It's not easy to sign up. In fact, to join, if you go to the join us, let me get off the sign in. Let me go to the join us. Join the forum. So I think when you create an account, it then asks you to provide some information where it's a lot of money. But yeah. Let's see, when is that? The QR code at the bottom right hand corner here, and the proposal we did at the time, and we work with many companies, words to that effect. I'm sorry to paraphrase you, but I think that was like rarely think cross government. I'm delighted that G20 and I was involved in the high level. Yeah, talking about G20. So. Let's see. Trust the New World Order? Yeah, no, it's okay. David Davis, all why you sold everything and running from New York? I don't blame you, bud. I don't blame you. Let's see, let me make you hope something comes of the Intel chip plant news today. Well, we definitely have had a chip shortage, so that'll be good that there's a SPY still dropping. So yeah, I'm going to hold these SPX shares. But that should be good news, I mean, for Intel. I don't know who else is going to be good news for. People in that area getting jobs, I guess. It's a little bit of something. But yeah, guys, all you got to do, look up the World Econ Forum, and all the parts, all the pieces of the chaos of the last 3 years will start coming very, very clear. And the ones of us who have been pointing it out have been called conspiracy theorists and everything else, which I find it hilarious. Like if I was saying, Bigfoot was riding around in an alien ship, and there's no way I can prove that. That's crazy conspiracy theorist stuff. But when they literally have a website and all the partners and all the people a part of this World Econ Forum and the Davos conference are telling you straight up on the internet, live stream, that they are going to do a great reset. That's not really conspiracy. Like, when they're straight up telling you to your face. Like, if you ignore it, that's your problem for ignoring it, you know. But I didn't this none of that's my opinion. I didn't make that shit up. It's all right there. I found it. I found it I believe in 2020 towards the end when I was doing research. Actually, hell, it might have been long before that. No, actually, it was before 2020 I found it. I think it was the end of 2019 because I bought CRISPR Therapeutics in the COVID dip, and CRISPR made a nice run in the rebound, but CRISPR is working on gene editing. Now, let me actually go check on CRISPR because I heard my wife was mentioning to me yesterday that CRISPR might be in a little bit of trouble. They might have broke some rules they weren't supposed to break. But yeah, I was just searching gene editing and stuff like that, gene editing stocks, because I think that's going to be something big for the future for healthcare. And I ran into the World Econ Forum and the Davos conference. I was not actively searching that out. I was doing stock research and found it. And it was pretty easy to find. And I was like, well, we'll see how far they go with this because they seem to be pretty serious. But what I heard about CRISPR Therapeutics, and I'm looking for a PR on it, which there may not be, was that one of their scientists had they've almost got their diabetes cure to market. They keep getting approvals. Because this is the reason why I originally bought into CRISPR, was because of they almost have a cure for diabetes using gene editing. This all came out before COVID. CRISPR was one of the main companies working on gene editing. And then if you go and look at the vaccines, they're mRNA vaccines similar to CRISPR Therapeutics technology. But what I heard was, and I'm not seeing it in this PR, so I don't know how true it is, but if it come from my wife, she's pretty good about research and information. She said that one of the scientists injected the CRISPR gene editing device into two embryos for twin girls or something like that. Or maybe they were trying to edit it into twin girls. That apparently is a no-no, which is not surprising. Gene editing is a very big gray area for a lot of people because it's kind of, morally weird for a lot of people to edit your actual DNA. I don't know the details about what that doctor did, but apparently they're investigating. And of course, if it's something like that, they may not show it on the public market. Another thing is CRISPR is a Chinese company. SPY still cracking. Hey, look at that. SPY coming all the way down. Looks like it's going to try to reach for that 200 moving average on the daily. Let's see. Cheeseburgers will be only for the very wealthy in 2035. You've seen it since 1984. Yeah, I know it goes back. It goes way further back than the past few years, David Davis.
once I found that, I did research and I connected a lot of pieces along the way throughout history. This shit goes back. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think a lot of people don't want to acknowledge it because then it would ruin their whole perspective on reality. And that's a hard thing to cope with. I just, I don't dog on Prague. I just said Prague was bearish. I mean, nothing I said about Prague was wrong. Prague was and is bearish. What's it at right now? 130? That's not me bad. That's not me dogging on it. Just telling it like it is on here about the damn prices. Yeah, look at that. All I said was it's under all these EMAs and it's downtrending. And it's still downtrending. It has in fact even hit a newer low at 124. So, I mean, I'm not dogging it. I'm just reading the chart analysis from it. But anyway, guys, I'm going to call it a day. Just going to wait this SPY out. Let SPXS do its thing. If it's going to continue to run and the SPY crashes, see, I'm up a few bucks there on it already, but not too big of a deal. Now, before I go, yeah, George W. Bush, yeah, he was, Bushes have been a part of the establishment, so that's not surprising to hear him say that. Also, by the way, Build Back Better, that whole slogan of this administration also happens to be the slogan of a lot of other people, a part of the a part of the World Econ Forum. That's actually their slogan, not Biden's slogan. You can look that up too, find that multiple times where people from other countries have repeated it before Biden was ever even president. But anyway, later on today, if you are into the crypto markets, what are you BSing about? Anyway, later on, if you are into the crypto markets, a development has happened for my crypto trading buddies. I cannot tell you how happy I am about this. I'm going to do a video on it. But Coinbase, now remember before I was using Coinbase Pro to trade on, if you've been following me on that channel. But Coinbase Pro is garbage. But it's the best thing for day trading that I have found. Well, if you go, some people might not have access to this. H&H Trader did not have access to this yet. I've been with Coinbase for a good while now and actively trading on Coinbase Pro. So if you go to Coinbase and go to Advanced Trade, if you have this option, and you click, you are going to go to this beautiful platform with indicators that you can actually adjust. Like EMAs you can adjust. You have way more time frames than we did on Coinbase Pro. It's just a beautiful, beautiful setup for trading cryptos. And then, of course, you have where we couldn't look at the top gainers easily on Coinbase Pro. Now you can just go up here and you click 24-hour change and we can see what's running and not running. Damn, Suku's up to $1. You a-hole. But yeah, we'll be talking about this more later on in the crypto update, and on the crypto channel I will be doing a tutorial of how to use this. It's pretty simple, but way better than Coinbase Pro. And now, because it's built into the Coinbase program itself, or the website itself, I can go to my card. I can directly pay out of this account. With the Coinbase Visa card and earn crypto back. So really awesome. don't know how long they've had this on here. I've only noticed yesterday I got a notification from them. But absolutely beautiful. So that is it for me today. It is nice, isn't it, Brian? People, us crypto traders in America have been waiting for a platform that's, decent. That's not sketchy like Binance or anything. So I'm pretty happy with that. Coinbase is a public company on the stock market. I may be, if Voyager doesn't come out with their exchange, their desktop application soon, I may just fully switch to Coinbase. And, it is a very huge improvement, Christopher. That's what I'm saying. When I saw it, I was excited as hell last night. I called Hal up. I was like, Hal, go check your Coinbase right now. The day is finally here where you can actually day trade cryptos like you want. Because I know, like, One Life, you also are interested in day trading cryptos, and there's just not been a platform yet. So, this might actually get you into trading some cryptos. But yeah, like I said, we'll cover it more later on the Framework Fortune Crypto channel. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. If you haven't yet, go check out frameworkfortune.com. Free sign up with email, and you can get free access to the Discord group. Also, we are going to be doing airdrops for Framework Fortune Coin. Ticker symbol FWF. It is not yet on any exchanges, but the coin has been created. So be looking for some giveaways and airdrops, different things like that to be coming out in the next couple of months, as well as the white papers and, more information about the project that we are working on. So exciting times if you're in the Framework Fortune community. Yeah, use the can you get interest in Coinbase? No, so that is not Coinbase Pro, Lightning Rick. Before I go, this is regular Coinbase. I'm guessing they're going to do away with Coinbase Pro altogether, because Coinbase Pro is like a separate wallet and it's a separate website. So since they added this in the regular Coinbase, it's way better than Coinbase Pro. I can only imagine that they're going to be getting rid of Pro. It's just better. So I don't know why they would keep Pro at this point. But no, it's not Coinbase Pro. It is actual regular Coinbase. And like I said, not everybody may have access to it yet. You got to go to trade, advanced trade. Make sure you click advanced trade, and then you can just click any chart or any pair, and it'll take you to the chart. And then if you don't have access, all of this will be locked up. So I don't know if it's early access for Coinbase users or what. Go check, let me know later on in the crypto update what you find out if you're able to access it. You can short cryptos in the U.S. I don't think it's on any platforms. You'd have to do it decentralized. You'd have to go to a DEX. We were looking at a DEX yesterday, I think. A decentralized exchange that had short coins. Forgot where I was looking at, but you can short in the U.S. against cryptos. You just can't do it on any platforms. You got to go do it the decentralized way and have your own MetaMask or Ledger or whatever, and go to PancakeSwap or Uniswap. And and to answer you, well, I have a tax accountant, so he has to handle all that. But Lightning Rick, I was doing the same thing with Coinbase Pro. Though you can't earn the interest. This is on Coinbase, and it has possibly lower fees than Coinbase Pro. I was messing with it last night with a few little trades, and the fees are cheaper. It's not when you're using the advanced trade in the regular Coinbase app, it is cheaper than the regular way to buy and sell on Coinbase. They changed all this recently. This is all in Coinbase. You basically do not need Coinbase Pro anymore. And yes, there are coins that you can earn interest on in Coinbase. I don't remember which ones they are. Let's see. I know Algorand is one, but I don't know what all other ones they've added and whatnot. But that's what I'm saying. Like, this is, you don't have to go to Coinbase Pro anymore. This is all in one with Coinbase. Like Coinbase Pro, you might as well forget about completely. But the fees are lower than Coinbase Pro as well. Like, this is where you want to be now if you're a Coinbase user, not on Coinbase Pro. I know it sucks. You'll have to move the money over, but it doesn't cost any money to transfer from Coinbase Pro to Coinbase. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day, guys. Appreciate you. There you go. Lightning Rick. Finding some of them. Some of those interest bearing ones. But Coinbase definitely got them. But yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys later on the crypto channel for those of you who have joined me. If not, we'll be back next Monday for some more livestock trading. You guys stay safe out there. Until next time.